they cannot issue bonds, but they can have the equity, because you won't expect me to tell you to invest in a company which market cap is 1 billion, right? To give them bond, for them to issue bonds. You rather want to look at the upside, because if I'm giving money to this company, okay, let me see whether they're going to have the upside. But these companies, the only ways that they can partake in this is getting listed, and the exchange has created a smaller board for them.
Yes, that's the ASM. But we've noticed that ASM for the last couple of weeks has been closing flat.
Yeah, just watch out. We've secured 2 approvals now for IPOs.
Okay.
From the
That's
NSE.
for some of those stocks actually listed on ASM.
Yes, and a lot of them are on the pipelines. Right, we've secured approval from NSE. We are waiting for the SEC. We should have our first IPO in the first 5 years, in a matter of weeks from now or days. Right, as soon as I can't mention names because
no, you can't.
SEC hasn't given the approval. Once the approval comes out, and that's what I'm saying. We have to kickstart this market in a gradual and methodological way. Right, we the operators also have to key into what the regulators are doing. We have to play our part. It's not just easy. It's always easy to just sit there and point fingers. But you have to also look at what's happening. How can you assist?
So, what are the operators doing to actually assist, the regulators as SEC and the NSE management now to ensure that the market actually gets back to where it should be?
What we can do, we are doing. Right, we will slash down our cost of stockbroking businesses from 1.35 to 0.25% across board. And that is there. The train has left the station. It's never going to change. That's how it's going to be. Right? It can only get better. We're never going to change that again. Then 2, we are making a lot of advocacy on our part, right, on how to get a lot of companies listed on the ASM market. Right? And we are also approaching the bigger companies to come and list and raise capital. But we are seeing growth more in the smaller companies. Because when you look at the turnover of Guinness, Nestle, they are not able to beat inflation rate again, right? So it becomes very, very difficult for you to tell an investor to buy such equities. But they are only buying those things because they don't have any alternatives.
No, I think the reason why a lot of people buy those big blue chip company stocks is because they feel that their returns will be better, will be larger. Why would I want to buy stocks or buy shares from a smaller cap stock that I feel at the end of the day will not give me better dividends or better returns?
You see, that is the misconception, right? You have to look at every company based on the earnings that they're giving you, right? That is the ultimate. A large cap stock that is priced at 200 naira, that is paying only 3 naira dividend, and cannot find growth both in the upside and the bottom line curves, you can't say that is a company to be invested in. Fine for the pension fund, they may decide to do that and hold for a long time. But for the savvy investors, there are a lot of companies down there that we are seeing that have very strong growth potential, that all what they need is money to be able to distribute their goods more into the interland. We like a company that does gala, all these sausage rolls, right? Very small packs, 10 naira, 5 naira, and they're doing very well. And this company only needs to replicate in Ibadan and some other regions that they want to do, and they will do fantastic. Because they can't meet the demand. As they produce, they are picked up. These are the kind of companies that investors, even outside the country, are interested in, because the Nigerian economy is very large.
Yes, I was just going to, because I'm wondering, when the stock exchange actually started, there were about just 19 equities trading on the floor. Now we have over 200. Yeah. So it shows that there's been some sort of progress, but the progress, has it translated into what we expect to see in terms of the stocks and the shares and the Naira and Kobo moving the way they should be moving?
It has not. It has not. That is the irony, and you can't lay the blame squarely with anyone. It's all of us, regulators, the Nigerian economy itself, and the operators. But every one of us now, we must begin to see what is wrong in the processes and try to make amends. Let everybody give in what he can do, make the advocacy he or she can make, and let's get this market back.
Okay, Len, let me take you back to the most exciting, I know, for most operators and the stockbroking community. On Monday, officially, after so many successful tests, the Nigerian Stock Exchange started trading on its new platform, the XGen. What are your thoughts on this?
Fantastic platform, scalable. I'm really excited for one reason.
Right.
Or two reasons. One is multi-assets.
Okay.
I'm someone that has believed that, look, from your trading engine, you should be able to trade equities, you should be able to trade derivatives, you should be able to trade FX, anything you want to trade. So this new system is multi-asset. That is one. Then two, it has the effect of being straight to processing, in that I can give you access wherever you are, right? And that access could, even if you're in Australia, right, you can make the trade yourself. And there's nothing as good as do it yourself, right? If you are seeing the screen on your iPad, iPhone, whatever, are you okay? I can see First Bank at 15 Naira. Okay, trade. Just push that button, and the trade comes into my system, and it goes to the exchange. The checks and balances are there. The checks are there.
But doesn't this reduce the dependence on a stockbroker?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. People have to realize that, look, the world changes. There was a time people were using IBM typewriters. Now we're using computers, right? You just have to change. You can't say because we all got trained using typewriters, the keyboards are still the same, right? But you can't say because keyboards are the same, we must be using typewriters.
So would this actually boost consumer confidence in the capital market?
If I were to give you a pad, right, with my apps on it, and you're able to push your button, and I give you training, right, on what to buy, what to sell, it's as if the risk is on you, but it's for you to actually know how to place your trade. What I would then be doing is to feed you more with research reports, market intelligence, and how to use the platform. Once they're done, you gain confidence and you're able to do more. That is the way it's going to be, and that's what has happened everywhere in the world. So it must happen here anyway.
So now we know with the coming on of this new trading platform, there were literacy classes, I'm sure, that were held to educate the stockbrokers and some of the market makers as well. What about the investing community?
Yeah, the investing community, the stock exchange took us. It's one of the questions that I raised, and they said that yes, they would expand it first to the other staff within the stockbroking community. Yeah, people like, because I took the head of our client services there, because it's for her to be able to explain to the clients, she has to be trained, but said no, that will be the next stage. Train all other staff within the stockbroking community before you now start educating, maybe train the trainers, right? Within the stockbroking community, if my head of client services were trained in it, you can call all our clients and train them. You can have demos posted on our website where clients can really easily read and see what how to trade is. But that is how it happens everywhere in the world. You know, every stock exchange that is what is sought now, they have this kind of operations.
Okay, going forward now, we know that the regulators are very keen to get the Nigerian capital market to where it should be. We know that post the global financial crisis will be naturally staggering to get on our feet. Now, the Securities and Exchange Commission actually came out with a 10-year capital market plan and inaugurated various committees to actually bring out a blueprint and ensure that everybody follows through with this. Even though maybe the present management now is changed, the next management who comes in is supposed to follow through with this. What are your thoughts as regards all the resolutions that actually came out from that?
Yeah, fine ideas, fantastic ideas, but the truth is that Nigeria has not been, we've not lacked ideas, right? There have been policies. If you check our national plan, you see all sorts of things there. It's implementation, right? And you made mention of something. If the next management were to come in today, I'm sure they're not going to start their own 10 or 15-year plan. So getting things documented and institutionalizing our processes is what we all have to look at as a people, right? So the idea is fantastic. You can only start from somewhere and hope that it's implemented. If it's implemented, maybe, but will it be implemented? That's a big question.
On a score of 1 to 100, how would you rate the Nigerian Stock Exchange? Just
the Nigerian Stock Exchange or Nigerian Capital Market?
Nigeria Capital Market, beg your pardon.
In